Picture being a mild to warm winter day, and picture it being 57 degrees in wintertime when it's supposed to be cold. And 57 degrees is above average. Picture you're outside and you start off with a little jacket or a little sweater. You don't have to bring a heavy coat. Picture if you do a lot of walking around to get extra warm. That's coming from the sun. That's coming from the energy. That's coming from the fireside. Picture you might get a little thirsty and you drink some water. Your body start getting a little chilly again. That's coming from the cool side. I say this to say that when it comes to men having their voice, having their side, having their space to tell their story, tell their experience, and they're not anti-women, I think about that being the side where you get warm, where the warm side come from. Then a side where women tell their story, tell their experience about the space they want without being man-hater or male-centered. I think about the side that gets cool after you drink some water. I say it to say where I'm going with this. On a day on a winter day, in the winter time when it's a 57 degrees daytime, when it's 57 degrees, I say this to say that you ever heard of steam and vapor? You ever heard when we sweat? Well, as humans, for our body to work, we are a combination of water, oxygen, and we're a combination of warmth, because the heater side is the warmth. That's our heater. Remember, you need nurturing, which is watering. You need nurturing, which is our body fluids and our inside water liquids. And then our heater, which keep our body warm and active. That's the fire side of ourselves. I say to say that sometimes when it comes to these men that need their right in their space, I say to say that sometimes when some people listen to their videos and watch their videos, you might need some heat. Sometimes we watch a woman's video and listen to her point of view, you might need some nurturing, some water. Where I'm going with this is, if we constantly keep ourselves overly heated when it's 57 degrees out, it's going to be overwhelming. If you drink too much water, you're going to kind of sometimes overwhelm yourself with too much water and too much liquid. You may kind of swallow. It may go down your own pipe. I say to say that everybody need their space. Everybody need their balance. And also, I want you to think about steam and vapor. Steam and vapor is made from water and fire. If the steam always stay in the fire, the steam vapor is not going to breathe right. If the steam vapor always stay in the water, the steam vapor is not going to breathe right. You need water. You need heat of the fire, and you need air. And I say to say that the reason why I chose Lavender Remedy because again, think about, like I said, the blue. The blue is we all want to cherry pick and hear we want to hear. That's the sweet side of hearing stuff. Then the spicy side is stuff that we don't want to hear, or really stuff that we really don't want to hear and uncomfortable with hearing. It can benefit us. And then when it comes to like the white, that's like the substance and the balance and the clarity. After hearing we want to hear, hearing we don't want to hear, and you mix, like I said, you take red, blue, and white and mix them together. Remember, the blue is the sweet. We all like to hear we want to hear at times. The red is the spicy. Sometimes we don't want to hear we don't want to hear. And the white is for having substance when you mix up with states we don't want to hear to stuff we do need to hear. The stuff that, sorry, I'll get tongue tied. The white is, you get clarity and balance and substance under the stuff we do want to hear and don't want to hear when you mix them and combine them, because you learn it from other experience and other side. It's not just bias, it seems like. That's why I came up with the term called Lavender Remedy. Again, blue is sweet, red is spicy, white is Clarity, balancing, substance. And again, barbecue sauce is like a reddish brown color. Garlic seasoned salt is like a lime color. Honey can be gold, deep brown, and different shades of golden yellow. And we all know syrup is like a dark brown black. And we all know sugar could be brown, white, you name it. Yes, visually the sugar is those colors I just said, and we see with our own eyes. But psychologically, sweet is blue. Because again, think about when we all have sweet cravings. And think about when we all eat our favorite comfortable food. We sometimes want to find like, oh, this tastes good. That's why I said psychologically sweets are blue. Psychologically. The flavor sweets are blue psychologically. And red is psychologically and visually, most of the time, spicy stuff is red. Most of the time. And when you take some starches, which is the white cream onion French dip sauce, it's a starch sauce. When it comes to the starch, that's the it's going to give you substance, clarity, and balance. When it comes to the tomatoes, it's like a vegetable fruit that's going to turn to a barbecue sauce. It's like, and from the vegetable fruit, you're getting nutrients. All right. So yeah, picture it being wintertime and it's 57 degrees out, and with the trees still being bare, you feel the sun more close to the earth, and you would think after you just had cold moments and freezing moments, when it's 57 degrees, you would say, hey, this is like a taste of spring. And when the trees are bare, you feel that sun more hitting you, but it's like a balance of warmth. But if you move around enough, you're going to get warm. You're going to get warm and you might take your jacket off. But if you get thirsty, you're going to drink some water and at 57 degrees. And when you drink too much, sometimes you might get a little too cold and then you might put your jacket on. I say to say lavender, that lavender, if you look at the color, you got like a brightish purple. You're looking at like a creamish red, and you're looking at a creamish blue, and you're looking at the spiciness of blue, and you're looking at the sweetness of red, and you're looking at the creaminess of the color. So that's why I came up with barbecue sauce being psychologically lavender. All right, because again, blue is a sweet. We all want to cherry pick what we want to hear. So blue is sweet, the flavor, because we all have a comfort food. And blue is like a comforting color. Red is a spicy color when you have a testing moment to hear stuff you don't want to hear. And when you mix stuff what you do want to hear with stuff you don't want to hear, what do? You mix it with purple. What do you do? That's going to become purple. And then when you add substance to it, when you need substance and balance and clarity, you're mixing white with the red and purple, with the red and blue, which is lavender. So yeah, that's why it's called Lavender Remedy. Barbecue sauce is psychologically lavender. All right, take care.